everyone. My name is Kuseme Ise. I'm an in-house counsel in a non-profit organization. So I really want to appreciate the leadership of Umana Chambers for putting together this knowledge sharing session. During my time in University of Uyo, I had a very limited thought about being a lawyer. So I just thought it was about going to court and defending litigants. But when I got to the Nigerian law school, I was able to, through interactions with people and through knowledge sharing sessions like this, my mind was open to other opportunities that you can have as a lawyer. Okay, I didn't just jump to being an in-house counsel. I first went to a law firm. So immediately after my call to bar, I was employed by the law firm of Balakin & Co. in Lagos. It's a full-service law firm, but majorly known for litigation. They are really good. They have about 3 senior advocates of Nigeria. So you can imagine, I practiced law there. I did litigation. In fact, I went to court Monday to Friday. The days I thought I was not going to go to court, a senior would definitely ask me to go to court. And I used to hate it so much. So that whole 1 year during my NYC that I had to go to court, I had to watch the dramas, I had to prepare the court processes, it opened my eyes to the practice of litigation. So I'm this kind of person that I only get fulfillment from making others happy. And over time, I studied law because I wanted to impact lives. I wanted to help people. I wanted to speak for people that couldn't speak for themselves. I was going to court every day and seeing that the cases I probably went to court were cases that started like 5-10 years back, maybe 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years ago, and I was still going to court, and most of these cases were still in its preliminary stage. I was like, how do you serve your clients with this? So there was even one time I was in court. The case was about 4 years. It was a land matter, and then the client, after the court session, the client was telling me that he regrets ever bringing the case to court. That if he had known, he would have explored every other way to settle his matter instead of bringing to court. That it's been frustrated, and it seems like the case is not moving forward. At that point, I felt in me that this is not what I want to do. I cannot stare my clients in the face and tell them that I can't give you justice. You can't be satisfied because of the procedural part of our litigation, because of the delay in our justice system, and because I can't just see my clients. My clients cannot give you a case in 2019 and in 2020 I come giving you judgment and you're happy. It doesn't happen that way. There will be delays, there will be adjournments, and so many things. Let me just briefly share my experience as an in-house counsel. Okay, I did the law firm thing, litigation, for 1 year. Then I became an in-house counsel. As an in-house counsel, oh my god, in my organization we have different professionals from different fields. Of course, in a company and an organization, you will always have people from different fields. It's different from a law firm that everyone is a lawyer. As an in-house counsel, either in a company, in an NGO, like my own is a non-profit organization, everybody in the other departments are dependent on the legal units for their legal advice. So what we majorly do is legal advisory. We are in charge of the contract negotiations, even when it has to do with other departments. We are in charge of closing deals. We are in charge of general legal advisory. So it's like being the company secretary of that organization, of everything legal in the organization. When they sue the organization, we have to get the processes ready, and hire lawyers to represent the organization. When the organization is sued by other people, we are the ones that prepare our defenses. You look at how do we defend this matter even before you employ the services of an external counsel. We are the ones that, like I said earlier, we draft all the contracts, we edit all the MOUs, we review. So our job is to protect the legal interest of the organization. That is your primary responsibility. And you have to make sure that you have to ensure that your organization complies with all regulations that guides your organization. So everybody in the organization expects that as a lawyer you have answers to all their legal problems, whether you know it or not. They expect that you will answer, you will know. So any small thing, lawyer, I have this issue, lawyer, our client has refused to sign this contract, lawyer, they will bring a very bulky finance document and say that you should review it because you're a lawyer and you're supposed to know everything. Well, I'm not complaining. So you have to, as a lawyer, as an in-house counsel, there's so much to do, and you have to do everything. You have to help everybody. You have to answer their legal questions. And okay, so most of the times when these instructions come officially, you have to conduct your research and then do a legal opinion. So you do a legal opinion as to the position of the law in respect of the issue. So basically that's what we do. We do everything law. I go to court whenever we have a hearing in court. I go to court, but the difference is that I am not roped in wig and gown. In-house counsel is interesting if that's what you want to do, and like I've said already, it's so broad. So this leads me to the challenges of being an in-house counsel. Being an in-house counsel, you may not be able to specialize in any area of law. You may not be able to come out in 5 years time and say, I'm a tax law expert, I'm an intellectual property law expert like Barrister Kemfono and Barrister Kelechi. My own, I am a legal advisor. You advise on all fields. Whatever comes to your table, you research on it and advise. And this can be very challenging because the turnaround time can be very short. Something can just come up now and they call you, hey, we need a legal opinion on this. What do we do? What's our position? Blah, blah, blah. And you have no idea about this subject matter. You have to go and consult the books. You have to research within a very short time. Sometimes it feels like the decision depends on you. So myself and my boss, we are going to comb. Sometimes I reach out to my colleagues in the law firms for guidance. When the subject is so broad that I don't really have an idea, I reach out to my colleagues for guidance. So number one challenge of being an in-house counsel is that you may not be able to specialize because you do everything that comes your way. Number two challenge is that it might be a challenge to some people, it might not be a challenge to others. You have to read so wide, you have to research so wide, and you have to be very efficient. Because of the turnaround time is very limited, you have to be very efficient. So you have to read. People that like to read, good for you. Me, I don't like to read that much. So sometimes it could be a challenge to me. So those are the challenges as an in-house counsel. So what most people do is, before you go in-house, you have to probably at least go to a law firm, learn the nitty-gritty of the law, and then you can now decide, oh, after seeing all of this, do I want to go as a legal advisor, in-house counsel, or do I want to practice law as a commercial lawyer without having necessarily to go to court? So these are the decisions you have to make. But I think that works very well, because I worked in a full service law firm. I was exposed to a lot of other areas of law, especially during litigation. It's the same thing. You read everything, and then you do a little company secretarial duties too while in the law firm. So that will help you to give you the grounds you need. It will give you everything you need to be able to proceed to being an in-house counsel if that is what you want to do. But I encourage you to explore, ask questions. And before I made the decision of being an in-house counsel, I asked questions. In fact, I consulted. I even prayed. I spoke to a lot of senior colleagues. I hope this video is of help to you. And I am always open to answering your questions anytime, any day. You can reach me via my phone number. You can reach me via my YouTube channel. In my YouTube channel, I actually dish out advices like this. You can also reach me via my Facebook. Any medium at all. I'm here to answer questions in the best possible way I can. And I look up to senior colleagues like Barrister Kemfono, Kelechi, Sergeant Phillips, Ewa Cleopas. Thank you so much for always being there. Thank you so much for always being there to guide us when we need your help, and I don't mind serving you guys in that capacity as well. Thank you, and I hope I've been able to enlighten you about working as an in-house counsel. All right, I love you, Umana Chambers. Bye bye.